Hey everyone, I want to talk all about what's important when you're starting your mental health recovery journey, whether that's for obsessive compulsive disorder like I have, PTSD, GAD, panic disorder, body dysmorphic disorder, maybe you're going through a severe addiction to some sort of liquid such as alcohol or narcotics, or maybe something else has really gone wrong in your life and you didn't really know what was happening. And now it's been so many years and you turn around and your life is where you don't want it to be. And you're really trying to get your life back in order. This video is for you. If you haven't seen our channel before, my name is Nick. I help run OCD recovery. And I've been working here for a while. And I've made, I don't even know now, maybe 500, 600, 700 YouTube videos in the last couple of years. A couple thousand TikToks. We moderate probably the fastest growing OCD platform, OCD anxiety platform on Facebook on Earth, almost at 20,000 members. One of the biggest core values that we have is engagement with the people that work with us and all the people on social media. So it means a lot to us, especially to me, to keep in contact with the people in the comments and helping people and providing as much free information as we can for OCD and anxiety recovery. But this video is for you. So hopefully if you're finding this for the first time and you're in a really bad place, there's a lot of hope. I would go back and watch some of my original videos on my what's called sensory motor OCD recovery and body dysmorphic disorder. Had other things in between, but those are really the big ones for me. I was in the mental hospital 4 years ago, November 2019. I thought about ending my life every single day. I didn't want to be here anymore. And I had really, really, really bad habits. And in the beginning, I had to start with the simplistic things. And I had to turn my life around like that. And that's what this video is going to be geared towards. So before you go any further, please subscribe, hit that like button down below. We always appreciate followers and comments. Anyone that's been following our content for a while knows that I go through basically every video in a 10-day rotation. So I'll keep 10 videos. The newest 10 videos, I check those about once or twice a day and answer everything. Same thing with the shorts and the Facebook page. I spend a lot of time on there. So please reach out. And then the WhatsApp link down below with Phil, you could direct message us. This time of year is very, very busy for mental health sufferers. And we try to get as many people as we can with many different time zones. And then we have the webinars at 8:30 p.m. UK time. And I'll let you know more about the conference when we get more details on that. So in the beginning of anyone's recovery journey, again, the principles are going to apply to all mental health and all addictions. And anything, losing a loved one, maybe you lost a child, and you stopped working and you've been isolating yourself in the house for many, many years, etc. This video is for you. So it's important to start with the small things. Now, when I started really suffering with OCD, now how OCD operates is very similar to how PTSD operates, in the sense of there can be what's called a light switch moment, which is a highly stressful event or traumatic event, war zone, etc. But it's obviously not called war zone traumatic stress disorder. It's post-traumatic. So maybe you saw a shooting or violent action or a severe car accident, and you have this called the light switch moment, and then boom, that's, it's basically like entering a movie theater, right? That never turns off. And you're stuck in this movie theater for years and years and years until you learn to get underneath your core fears by changing your behaviors and so forth. Sorry, I just got back from the gym not that long ago, and I just came from Florida, so I went from sea level in the ocean to 6,500 feet. So a little bit parched right now, etc. I can feel my nose running a little bit more than usual when I'm away for a week. So in the beginning, my habits went south and quickly. So the big ones that I was affected with the most, and I'll take some notes for you guys and hold stuff up so you can kind of see. So these are the habits that took a pretty big hit for me right off the bat, okay? So anything that had to do with brushing my teeth, that also includes flossing as well. I always say I didn't floss my teeth for a couple of years, to be honest, and I barely brushed my teeth. I mean, my breath probably smelled like dog shit. But that's the reality of it. So brushing teeth and then flossing were big ones. Anything to do with organization, and now obviously if you're not a follower of our channel, obsessive compulsive disorder in the way that we experience it can latch on to organizational stuff, but that's not really what we're talking about. So anything that was including with organization was taking a massive hit. So making my bed, washing my clothes, having my finances in order, or anything around my career. That were a big one. That will lead me into the next one. This is where a lot of people get really, they go, they go AWOL with this is work. And that could be anywhere from going in late, leaving early, or just not going. So you have the entire work gamut of what people do. And there's a lot of really bad advice on social media right now surrounding work and mental health suffering. You need time off. You need time off. Most people don't need time off. They're better off building frustration tolerance at the workplace, but that's not what this video is about. Another habit that was really bad for me was isolating, which is something that I actually never did ever, but I got really good at this. So isolating, and then plus video games. Now, I'm not pro or anti-video games. I haven't played video games. This May will be 4 years because I put my video games away on May 1st, 2020, because that was my largest avoidance compulsion from my daily chores and my habits. So I was isolating, I was playing video games, even though I try my best to be open-minded on every single topic on this earth, ranging from something as simple as picking up a piece of trash on the ground all the way up to murder. I try to see those actions through a similar lens of open-mindedness, but it's taken me a long time of practicing that. You're not going to get that right off the bat. Being judgmental and vengeful and thinking that you know better than other people is more than likely one of the biggest reasons why people get themselves into trouble. But if I was to be a little bit more black and white, if you force me to give an answer on that, which I don't, I would say that most people's lives would be exponentially better without video games. And I've been on both sides: the addiction, high competitive world of video games, to not playing for almost 4 years. My life is a lot better. Other habits was, this is maybe an odd one that people are thinking, but checking on others, and I'll explain that in a second. So what do I mean by checking on others? I mean asking my wife how her day was, calling my mother, calling my sister. You're so internally focused when you're suffering and you're like, oh, this is all that matters. This is what's going on with me. These are the things that bother me the most. But making an effort to ask other people how they're doing, even when you don't not want to, is a really good habit. So those are definitely habits I had to work on. Oh, of course, how could I forget this? Sleep. And sleep in the sense of avoidance. So you can usually tell someone's structure in their life by their sleep. If they're playing video games, Call of Duty, Fortnite, whatever they like to play, until 3, 4, 5 in the morning, and then they're sleeping till 1 or 2, plus not going to work, plus isolating, plus not brushing your teeth. This is a recipe for disaster. So sleep is a big one. I was sleeping until like 1, 2, 3 in the afternoon. Many times I wasn't going to sleep. I'd play video games till 6. Then you have obviously the other habits. Now, we have a spectrum that most people don't understand. Most people think right now on social media, there's a big push for that it's either sobriety or you're a scumbag, right? Sobriety or degenerate piece of shit. There's not the reality. The reality is that there's nothing inherently wrong with drinking, socializing with your friends in a balanced manner. Some of the best memories in my life came from those nights. But a lot of people have a hard time balancing it, right? Again, trying to be open-minded. There are plenty of people out there like myself that can go to a music festival once a year, go completely nuts, drink like a fish, not saying it's healthy, and then come back and they don't consume alcohol for 6 months. I'm one of those people. I've been doing this my whole life. Anyone that knows me knows I've been doing this for a while. But I don't have that alcoholic gene. It's more than likely genetic. So drinking, these are other avoidance behaviors. Drinking, nicotine, and then porn. Actually, I'm going to add one more in there as well. Overeating. I do enjoy an occasional cigar, but because I have that addictive tendency with tobacco, I smoked cigarettes for a long time. I can feel that if I go too much, so I have to auto-regulate on that and just see how I'm doing throughout the weeks and months. But Drinking, nicotine, porn, and overeating are all easy comfort ways to escape. So keeping an eye on that. January 21st will be 2 years for me, no porn. I'm not anti-porn. Most people are like, I'm anti-porn. I'm not. I tell people make the decision themselves. Do I think I lean more in the perspective of that pornography has very little benefit to your life? I do. But it's integrated into the world that we have now with OnlyFans and pornography, so it's something that we have to highlight and talk about. Nicotine as well. Can you recover from OCD and changing your perspectives while smoking tobacco? Sure, but it can be used. Drinking, again, there's a range. There's people that avoid drinking, which is not good because they're afraid of relapses. Then you have the actual alcoholics, which we work with a lot of people that struggle with alcoholism because narcotic usage and alcoholism run heavy in the OCD world because it's such an easy way to escape. And then overeating. You can accept yourself being morbidly obese. We see stuff like this all the time, but it's important to highlight the habit structure of that. And I got room for one more on here. So we got brushing teeth, organization, work, isolating, video games, checking on others is a good one, sleep, drinking, nicotine, porn, overeating. What's another one? I mean, just anything to do with I'll write the word patience, but that's not really the habit. That was bad. It was in the sense of everything. I was so antsy all the time because I had so much adrenaline running through me. When I tell people, my friends of mine who ask me what was it like to have severe OCD, I say, well, there's no real point in me explaining that to you because you would not be able to conceptualize that. It would be like going to a very small village in the Indonesian islands and meeting a tribe of people who live on tribe philosophies and wear thongs and do all sorts of ancient things from thousands of years. Oh, can you explain to me why you do that? They're going to look at you and be like, what? I mean, it just doesn't work like that. So, but the reason why patience is such an important thing to work on is because my patience was so bad. And what I will put in here is anger. So anger is more than likely the biggest. Anger creating belief systems cause more havoc on humanity than any other belief system on Earth. If you think about every single atrocity, World War I, World War II, can't speak tonight, Vietnam, Genghis Khan, Stalin, Mao, anything. These are just people in history. I'm not talking about that in the sense of what my opinions are versus capitalism or socialism. I'm just communism. I'm just talking about the individuals and what happened. Anger causes a lot of problems. When things happen to me in my life now, I try my best to approach them with an open-minded approach, even if I've made a mistake, and I apologize when needed, but I balance that apology because most people are looking for an apology in that conditional way, as in you must apologize to me. So this is kind of the list I've had so far on that. You're not going to be able to get these right off the bat. You're not going to get them right overnight, but it is a pretty good place to start. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll do another one like this about, maybe the end stage. I'll jump to the end stage of when you're working on things for a while. And what I like to work on now, which, I have a couple different things. I'll just do an intro to that now, is I have my 2024 goal book. So I have, I put 5 yearly goals here that I want to work on. I wrote my whys and then the sacrifices necessary. And then I do weekly goals on here as well. So I have my weekly goals on there, etc. So this is my goal book. And I do like financial stuff with my business. Me and my wife go over stuff in here. And then I have, this is my folder for my business, which has a lot of different tracking measures in here. So these are things that, they can be used in the beginning of recovery, but most people, if they're too meticulous about this, it will end up being a problem. Because what happens is they'll become too over the top about it, and that's not what we're looking for. The beginning is all about small progress. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think. Please reach out. Again, we work with all sorts of people with anxiety. It's not just OCD. We're OCD focused heavily because everyone that works here is at severe OCD, very, very, very severe. Suicide attempts, not wanting to be here, mental hospitals, different themes, etc. Years and years and years and years of chronic OCD. But we know how to help people. We know how to teach people to change their beliefs and so forth. So thank you again. Look for the WhatsApp link down below. Hope to hear from you soon. Please comment down below and we'll go from there. Have a good one, everyone.